Good morning, good morning. God bless you this morning for watching this video. You see, words of wisdom, educational, and fun to watch videos. You see, I would like for people to understand that 2024 is essentially the year of the dragon. So there's going to be a lot of things that will take place. And I want people to understand that as human beings that have life, you have a purpose. Now, the timeline of this era will essentially change because the speed of the changes have increased significantly because of the wave of technology. Now, what I mean by that is things that we knew that were foundational, that were concrete, they are no longer the same. People are dying faster every single year. There are incredible changes in the motion of human beings' minds simply because of the chemistry, the chemicals changes in the atmosphere. Why? Because many experiments are taking place in our history, far more greater than we can understand. So in knowing, so you have to what? Do the things that you can control. Never mind the things that you cannot control simply because you must understand that it is an 80-20 chance, meaning 80% of your life and the things that happen in your life you can almost guarantee that you can control all the time. But the 20%, that is left for chance. So what is your understanding of this new wave of what changes in the atmosphere due to the advancement of culture, due to the advancement of technology, due to the advancement of knowledge and insight? Nowadays, it won't be surprising if you see a clone walking by you. Nowadays, it won't be surprising if you have a robotic assistant. Now, this is showing that all these things that we had in the anime, when we had in the virtual reality, is actually a reality due to what? The significant changes of what? Advancement of technology. So now things that we could not do before, we can do in seconds now. What is the level of change in the cultures? In the year of the dragon, what do you think is going to happen? Right? Is the laws of the land going to be basically changed based on the motion of feelings of what? What other people decide who should be in power? You tell me. How is the notion of life? How do you take chances or the right chances? Because you see, the grasp of change is naturally the influence of the understanding concept of one's decision or one's desire in the heart. Now, the motions will decide based on your experience. So I say, what are the structures that you must put in place in order to what? Understand the waves of today and tomorrow. That is a decision that one must make on a daily basis. The dangers, the changes, they happen rapidly. The things that you thought you knew, they are no more the same. So I say that it is time to put in the divine plan and consistently, right, attack the plans every single day until you have successfully achieved what you put in place. Believe me, anything that is worth having, there is a lot of struggles to that because there is a lot of competition. It's a competitive world, if you know what I mean, because competition is everywhere. And competition is not just human to human or animal to human or animal to animal. It is technology to human. The ones that have embraced the knowledge to be able to advance the acceleration of AI technology, right? With the quantum knowledge that leaps beyond our comprehension of thought. They process faster than we can think. That means their algorithm is much more advanced than us. Even though we are created very complex and we are one of a kind, their algorithm and the knowledge that they're able to what? Process and accelerate is far more advanced. So what we know as to be normal, they see it as a cakewalk. And so that is why, right, there are so many things that are changing before we could even think about it. It's already changed. The process of thoughts, the evolution of the mind, right? The percentage of the mind that you are able to use when you are able to use it. Thank you. So that is why people have to really understand the truth. Because if you are not able, right, to accelerate with the mind capacity at that level, if you are not able to do that, what is going to happen? Are you going to be left behind? Are you going to be dissolved? Because that is what's happening. Corporations are getting smart. They are investing their money in the technology that is going to essentially, right, make them more profitable, because money has become, right, more what? More valued than the actual life of a human. And so because of this, people tend to find the concept, right? They tend to find what is easier. The things that people didn't understand 10, 15 years ago. Now people are understanding that within 10 minutes because how it's what? Processed to them, right? Your state of mind, your state of influence, your state of understanding, the speed of rate of comprehension, right? It's supposed to be increased, but the resources that you have access to has lowered the level of standards simply because of the reach of resources. What is organic, what is not organic, what is being manufactured. All of these things are very similar in that same phase. And so if you, as a human being, want to grow, the knowledge that is put out there, there's phases of it. So if you don't filter and take what is truly good, right, by your own research, your own understanding, your own experience, then it's going to take you off of the notion of truth. It is going to what? Set you back so quickly. Because think about the attention span of a human being 30 years ago to now. How fast everything has gone. Look at the social media programming that has come such a long way. In 20 years ago, that wasn't available. But now, it's every 3-4 months, there's something new. Some, trending happening every day. The way the culture moves is based on what? The trends, because the trends is the one that becomes the outline of notion of where to go with such cultures. Because what is happening is people are developing advancement for others to follow. And, they started off with the emojis, right? Emojis is a form of communication. Then they sound off with sounds. sounds is a form of feeling what you are trying to express. And others are also what? Saying, well, collaborate with the sound, collaborate with the emoji, collaborate with the trend. So people are doing all of these things consistently. And so if they are doing these things at such a fast rate, which one is right and which one is wrong? Do you see what I mean? And so many what? Children are growing up to this type of level of culture. They're even what? Forgetting about their authentic culture and who they are. And they're going with the artificial intelligence culture. So you tell me, let me know what you guys think of words of wisdom, knowledge and advancement, educational and fun to watch videos, you know? And that's the thing. Do you see what I mean? Because when questions are being asked, people have to understand these questions that are being asked, from what perspective or what angle is the questions being projected to the minds of others? Because that concept then gives you an understanding of which way to what to answer. So my question to everybody is, are you prepared for what is to come or what is happening? Because you see, preparation is much better than being surprised. People, right? The things that are happening, the governed forces of today's, right, governance, right? The governed forces of today's governance, right, have a different adaptation to what they perceive as what is the truth. So if you're not aware of that, if you're not educated, if you don't say, you know what, I stand for the truth, I am going to live by the truth, and I am going to use the truth as a form of a torchlight to guide my way to my promised land or to my destiny. Because you see, it's much easier to be wealthy, but at the same time, the deception of motion is very thick. That means there's a lot of scams. There's a lot of promise and fails. There's a lot of things that people may see and say, well, you know, that looks so good. That is presented so good. Because marketing is a concept of tool that makes many sales when it's projected. It's just like you see those commercials, right? They food commercials, they can dress and design it so well, so authentic, and it looks much better than the actual live food. And once you buy into it, you spend the money that they ask you because you want to try it, you want to see the presentation, you want to be part of that culture of waves. And so that is why, right, things have become scary, because they can introduce things that you'll find or you thought it was abomination from time. They can introduce that with what? With advertising, right? They present it to you so unique, so nice, and then get people that you be like, wow, these beautiful, intelligent people are with this kind of motion, so why not join? And that's what's happening in today's society. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this segment that we had, conversation about knowledge and power, the advancement of technology, educational, fun to watch videos, and of course, to have the correct knowledge to pursue your destiny is the ultimate positive implement in your life. Thank you. Have a great day, guys. Bye now.